is my chance to prove myself.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be I finally have some free time reviewing the new film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Sony and Marvel coming together, playing it nice with Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, Spider-Man Homecoming takes place a few months after the events of Captain America Civil War, where we first saw Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and basically he's trying to come to grasp with, am I an Avenger? Am I just this high school kid? Can I be this high school kid and also Spider-Man at the same time? Can I join the Avengers? Can Tony Stark be my mentor and everything like that, and just dealing with that everyday high school life that comes with it. Now, the movie was directed by John Watts, who did a little indie film called Cop Car, I believe, 2 years ago or so, which is definitely different from Spider-Man. But man, this thing nails the high school tone. It's probably my favorite part of the movie, just because you get to see Peter Parker in high school, looking like a high school student, with high school looking friends. Tobey Maguire is great. I love Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I love those first two movies, and even the third one is guilty pleasure because I saw it as a kid. Andrew Garfield, I like the first one, not so much the second one. They were both great Spider-Mans, but it's nice to see an actual high school looking person. I know Tom Holland's, I think, like 20 years old, but still he looks like he's young. And it really, you finally get that high school Peter Parker we've all been wanting. And like I said, I like that high school aspect, I think, more so than even the action sequences. And the action sequences were great. Not as, like, I've seen better action sequences in superhero films, but they're fun. That's the main takeaway from this movie, is that it's fun. It is such a fun ride for the movie. And one of the big critiques of most Marvel movies is their villains. I don't think they've nailed the villains too much. Probably the best ones, obviously, is Loki. Hopefully Thanos is great. Even me, I like the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm not going to give that away too much, but I did enjoy the villain in that movie. This one, I think, is like top notch behind Loki, because Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I'm a big I like Spider-Man a lot. Vulture is one of those villains I didn't really gravitate towards, but him as the Vulture, it makes sense. I'm not going to spoil things. If you've seen the trailers, you might know some things. I avoided most of the trailers for this movie because I heard they gave way too much. I think I saw the first one, but the Vulture is such a great character. You understand why he's doing what he's doing, which makes him so compelling. You understand, you sympathize with him in a sense, but at the same time, you know, like, he's the bad guy. So, again, Michael Keaton was great. There's a scene in the car when you see the movie, or if you've seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. What a great performance from Michael Keaton. And just the humor all around. It's hilarious. The movie's so funny. His best friend Ned has one of the best lines in the movie, where he's on the computer and stuff like that. And again, if you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. He was great. Zendaya was great for when she was in it. She's not in it a whole lot. Also with Peter's love interest, I think her name's Liz in the movie. She was good when she was around and everything like that. Aunt May, Marissa Tomei, was great. They poke fun at a little bit of her being the younger Aunt May, quite a bit, and it's pretty funny as well. There's a lot of good Easter eggs in it. If you are a Spider-Man fan, you will love these Easter eggs that are throughout it, and if you do your research on it afterwards, you'll be like, oh, that's what that means. That's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, again, just a very fun movie. If I had to do some negatives, though, I think I would just have to say, like, again, kind of leaning back to the action sequences, there wasn't too much tension or suspense. Like, I never felt like, oh, something bad's gonna happen here. That was, I guess, kind of one of the critiques. I guess maybe because I'm used to seeing a little bit more of that, especially with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. Again, they were fun, but it had a little darker edge to it. Again, this is a Marvel movie, it's slightly different things. Also, I'm not a huge fan of his suit. It's more tech-based as opposed to kind of like Spider-Man's powers and stuff like that, which I understand because you have Iron Man in this movie, but I would have liked to see just more based with Peter Parker, and they do some of that stuff as well with his powers and everything a bit later on in the movie. But just again, I'm not a huge fan of the suit, but again, that's kind of a nitpick. Overall, though, if you are a Spider-Man fan, go check this movie out. It's one of those more enjoyable movies of the year, I'd say. I don't know if I like it more than the first two Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi ones. But again, those were just the first time I've ever seen Spider-Man on screen were those movies. So it's hard to take nostalgia out of it. But it is pretty much, I'd say, though, it's one of the more enjoyable movies of the year. I think overall more fun than maybe the first two movies. Again, Spider-Man 2 is one of those best movies, Spider-Man movies, if not superhero movies, I think, that's been made. But again, love the movie. As with all that said, I will give Spider-Man Homecoming a movie rating of an 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid movie. Definitely go check this one out. Again, just the tension kind of took out a little bit with the action sequences, and they weren't the most crazy action scenes I've ever seen, but overall, very enjoyable movie. And with that, I will give it an enjoyment rating of a 9 out of 10. Again, very fun movie. Definitely go check it out if you are interested. So have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on that. Or if you haven't seen it, tell me why you're looking forward to it and what you want to see in the movie going forward. Again, be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos each and every week. That is it, and I'll talk to y'all later.